Alright, welcome back to my second video. To lay out the scenario, I just came back from outing with my coworkers and friends. They're basically my friends, right? And I went out with a senior was following us basically, and this senior was someone that I would say as the standard of what the average person would like to achieve, because the senior has, I don't know, in my opinion, I really admire the person. I really admire the dude because, he looks good, he takes care of his health, he is physically fit, he is mentally sound, and he has this seniority vibe, that really has this attraction, I guess you could say, for most people. And yeah, I really respected him. And so he hit it off with, most of the group, talking about small talk and what's happening in everyone's personal lives. But as someone that is quiet, I guess, for the most part, especially in bigger group dynamics where I'm not sure I don't think it's really the anxiety that's keeping me from engaging with topics, especially in a group setting. I would say the larger the group, the harder it is for me to really join into anything. But despite that, the outing that I went to was only it only included less than 5 people. And in between the breaks, they were talking, and yeah, I guess you could say that I was sort of left out. Not really though. I don't want this to be like a self-pity thing, but it's more like I felt that I was invisible during the conversations, even for the conversations that I found particularly interesting, like things about religion and stuff. I couldn't really chime in, I guess. Obviously, there's no one to blame for that. It's really just something that I've been thinking of. And I think that comes back to me being just quiet, I guess. Yeah, just me being naturally quiet. And because of this concept or this personality that I impose on myself, or that I tell myself that is true, which is true, it kind of reinforces that idea on me. It is self-fulfilling basically. I am quiet. I tell myself that I'm quiet, and therefore people find me to be less friendly or less sociable, I guess. They don't talk to me that much, or they just don't really include me in group settings. And because of that, I get even more distant, because I don't know, right? Like when people don't include you in group settings, or when you're with a group of friends or whatever, and they're just talking without you, and you're just, I don't know, sitting there. Yeah, I don't think you would naturally feel amazing. It's not that I haven't tried speaking up or chiming in as well. It's that because of this quiet identity that I impose on myself, every time I talk, it feels like there's some hidden pressure behind it, I guess, some weight behind it basically, where it feels like I'm so conscious about what I'm going to say next that I'm planning ahead. And that's crazy. I really think that is not, I don't think that's something that should be normalized. It's not a habit that I should keep doing. And that pressure just makes a lot of the interactions I have with other people very awkward, even though I do try to speak up. And yeah, that basically reinforces the loop of me being quiet. To go back to why I don't really engage with other people, and it's not just because of me having pressure to speak up, because really that pressure actually just comes from the idea of being inauthentic, the idea of being inauthentic, because I really don't care, about most of what people are saying. And showing that I do just feels fake, and people can sense that, right? Like, and I can't just have a fake, I can't just fake being enthusiastic about something that I'm not. And the reason that I don't like, that I think that I'm being fake and that I don't care is because I would say that it's probably due to the fact that I don't like small talk, or I just don't find small talk to be intellectually stimulating, I guess. I don't know. I don't really get the need for small talk. I mean, yeah, of course, small talk happens all the time. It's not all small talk that I don't care about. I mean, small talk is pretty much essential, right? It's what starts when you just met a person. It's what bridges two people between being, just friends or really good friends, right? Every personal or deep talk, I would say, will always have to be built off of some sort of relationship, and that relationship starts with, lighter stuff, something that is not so deep and personal. And I think it's just something that I can't seem to do. So it's not really that I'm being left out, or I'm being quiet, or I don't like socializing. It's just due to the fact that I can't do small talk. Yeah. I haven't really talked about myself yet, but I've gotten really into philosophy, and mostly philosophy around like 3 years ago. And I think ever since then, I've just had this sort of weird, I'm not even too sure if it's just calmness or detachment, where trivial things just don't really seem all that exciting to me, or just worth engaging in conversation about. Basically, yeah. In a sense, that kind of brings me a sort of calmness, right? Like I said, because you don't have anything to say. Everything is just kind of indifferent, and I'm basically really open to all sorts of opinions. People don't really like things that aren't socially or widely acceptable, right? And yeah, I've basically become somebody that is too rigid in conversation, where I'm missing the ability to bridge my, relationships or conversations between people to reach a more personal or, deeper level, because of my inability to have authentic small talk. I have no idea, man. Damn. Not to mention though, I think another thing that is probably what is affecting me is due to the fact that the moment I see someone that is, super admirable, someone that I think that are cool, just status wise, I guess, I kind of internally built this sort of hierarchy that they are above me. And once that sets in place, I think it's super hard to even like be myself, I guess, because I don't know, my confidence shrinks like crazy. So say I'm playing badminton with a friend that is insanely good compared to, I mean, as a teammate, right? Like let's say I'm playing doubles in badminton with a senior friend that is insanely good at the game, and I respect him a lot, and someone that I really admire, but I myself is shit at the game. It kind of places like a mental roadblock where I'm so conscious of what I should be doing that I perform extremely shit compared to if I was paired, or if I was around somebody that I think of as, an equal or a neutral. And that sucks. Yeah, it It really sucks. It really messes with my with how I, you know, perform or act. And it gets worse in group dynamics because I retreat even more and I basically just don't do anything, right? Like, it's a part of it is also because it's also due to like a perfectionism thing. I think it's a self-confidence thing, but I think that's a topic for another time, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. Rant was all over the place, but once I start talking by myself more often and finally be able to form cohesive thoughts by my own without requiring to take notes, hopefully it gets better. Hopefully I can regain the sort of cohesiveness that I used to have just talking normally. But yeah, many things to go over in this outing. It's the fear of failing. That's one. Fear of failing, yeah, especially with people that I admire, especially around people in general, honestly. Probably a topic that that I will flesh out soon, maybe. Fear of trying because of the fear of failing and the fear of making things awkward. What else? Over identification, I think, with being deep. I'm not too sure about this, but I don't know. Is it really just my lack of curiosity for what other people's lives are like? I don't know. But yeah, maybe I should just fucking break a leg, like, I don't fucking know, talk about some random shit instead of trying to get to know people better. Yeah, many things to think about from this outing. Things that I will hopefully be able to come to a conclusion in the future. But yeah, I just want to get that out of the way because it felt like shit. Alright, I mean, like, just imagine a bunch of people talking and you really want to be included, but you're not. You're just not. You're in the sideline. You're literally sitting behind a dude that has their back faced against you, and you're trying to chime in, try to be a part of the conversation, but it's very obvious that most people in the group, people that are making conversation, they don't really want to include you, or it's more like they don't really, you could tell, right? You could tell when people aren't including you in a topic of conversation, like, obviously. So yeah, I've got that going on for me. Hopefully I can get over some of the roadblocks that is causing this. Thanks for listening.